Mother Emanuel Church and its congregation have risen before, from flames, from an earthquake, from other dark times, to give hope to generations of Charlestonians. And with our prayers and our love and the buoyancy of hope, it will rise again now as a place of peace.
See, they can take this event, just like a shark attack, super rare, but when it happens, it's huge news, and they can hype it, and then you can bet your bottom dollar there will be other racist, crazy people that will go out and attack blacks now, and vice versa. Racist, crazy black people will go out and do the same thing. And we just barrel towards the summer with every historical analyst, financial analyst, cultural analyst saying this summer is going to be explosive, probably going to have a race war. Matt Drudge said we could see the fall of America. America is being set up for a fall, and out of that, the new socialist nightmare.
Is there any horrible incident that Alex Jones doesn't interpret as a conspiracy? It seems this guy makes a mockery out of every tragedy. And here is someone else you may be familiar with, Mike Rivero, and his website, What Really Happened. In this post, he's arguing that what really happened was a hoax. And then in another post, he launches into his pet theory and says that this is caused by antidepressants. I can't think of a shooting where he hasn't blamed it on antidepressants, the kind known as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. He insists we need to know what medications Dylann Roof was either on or withdrawing from. And then he pats himself on the back because a former classmate says that Roof used drugs heavily a lot, and they mentioned Xanax. Even though it was recreational use drugs that this guy was using, he wants to then turn that into an antidepressant thing by misinterpreting Xanax as an antidepressant. So Rivero says, bingo, boy, I hate being right all the time. Well, you don't have to worry about that, Mike, because Xanax isn't an antidepressant. He tries to make a link between selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which are antidepressants, and Xanax. From what I've seen, every shooting, he then faults antidepressants, which seems to contradict his conspiracy theory that the powers that be created a patsy. I mean, his conspiracy theories oftentimes contradict themselves if you look into the details. And unfortunately, Mike can't be reasoned with. I keep trying to reach out to him about this topic. This is a code. You can join the email list and I'll tell you what that code means. I explained in a previous video why I'm using a code regarding that. And I've made many videos where I talked about how the motive for that has been suppressed by the media or lied about. You can check out my channel page where I talk about a disturbing pattern. Just search motive on my channel page. Now compare that to how the motive for the church shooting is widely discussed. Some people say, well, wait a minute, does the media discuss motive when other horrible incidents happen? Well, in this case, yes. And I've seen several examples, so I don't see the media backing away from discussing motive in this mass shooting.
Right now, we know that investigators there are taking a hard look at potential ties to domestic terrorist organizations, white supremacist groups, and other extremists to determine if that at all had anything to do with his motive.
And then speaking of disturbing pattern, I'd just love to know how many people got this conspiracy idea in their head every time an incident happens. And this guy too. It's not limited to white conspiracists. I think this guy is black. And he, I guess, is also a gun enthusiast. So therefore, if anything might, in their mind, put gun ownership in a negative light, like a mass shooting, they want to then blame the government, secret agents of some plot to try to make gun ownership look bad by, I guess, fabricating a mass killing. That's their theory anyway. It seems like every time something happens, these people come out with their conspiracies. Please post a comment to this video. Do you think that this was a conspiracy? I'm saying if you're going to make the allegation that this was a conspiracy, the burden of proof is on you. I've seen no indication that this is a conspiracy. This is an example of several alternative media sites getting this story wrong.